We know that the bullet's Mexico. Just let it go.
I cannot let go of something I don't remember.
You are completely lying to my face.
If you said so.
This is 52-year-old Yvonne Serrano. Just moments before this interview, camera showed Yvonne hanging out with 21-year-old Daniela Tabarez Maya, who hours later would meet a tragic fate.
There's a car in my driveway with a body.
With what?
The body.
And as she is questioned, Yvonne will act like the most annoying,
It was an accident. What do you want me to say?
entitled,
Let's talk about how you got home then.
I cannot tell you.
and stuck-up killer these detectives have ever seen, all so she can get away with the murder of an innocent woman.
What do you think this is? Tell me what happened. You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah.
The
I
only
was in the
question
car.
is, what was in your heart when that gun went off? Was there hate in your heart, or was it just an accident?
On November 23, 2019 at 5:55 a.m., dispatch in Coral Springs, Florida received a 911 call that immediately sent up red flags. Not just that a horrible crime that had been committed, but that the person who had called to report it was the person behind it.
Okay, what's going on there?
I don't know. I just walked up and there's a car in my driveway with a dead body.
With what?
Dead body.
A dead body?
Yes.
Do you know who that is?
I don't know. It's a Nissan.
No, but that person, do you know them?
It's a girl.
Yeah, do you know that girl?
I can tell.
You can't tell if you know them?
The person you've just heard completely dodge the question of whether they know the victim or not is 52-year-old Yvonne Serrano, a mother of 4, military wife, and professional rambler. When police arrived at the scene, they discovered 21-year-old Daniela Tabarez Maya, a civil engineering student with a passion for fitness and community, who had her whole life ahead of her. Tragically, it was taken away with a single shot to the head, and police had no doubt who had fired that round. Because at the scene, Yvonne's answers were evasive, nonsensical, and truthfully downright cringy. Coral Springs Police Department brought her to the station for further questioning, where things only got more convoluted. The following footage was provided to us by the Coral Springs Police Department.
Okay, you did, after we discussed this case earlier at your residence, agree to come in here with us to the police station, correct?
I didn't agree. You brought me, but that's
Well,
okay.
well,
I'm
no.
here.
Well, no, let's not word it that way.
Are you here because you want to be here?
You weren't put in handcuffs, correct?
Oh, yeah. That's
You recall
correct.
you weren't put in
That's-
handcuffs?
No. That's
And you
correct.
recall that when we were sitting in the kitchen, Detective Young and I in your house, we told you we wanted to ask you some more questions, that we're
That's
investigating the
correct.
death of Daniela, that you were the last person that we know that saw her alive. We asked if you'd come here and speak with us. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. You know, on television, a lot of times when people get arrested, they read them their rights. Have you ever seen that before? I'm
Yeah,
sure.
Miranda rights. I got it.
I did it before.
Right. Okay, so you remember that your rights were administered to you by Detective Young
Mm-hmm.
already? You understand those two? Any questions about that?
Yes.
You do not have any questions?
I mean, the only question I have is that you mentioned, I mean, the obvious question is, am I getting arrested?
You're not. You're not under arrest.
Okay.
You're free to go anytime you want.
Okay. I'm just yeah.
No.
It's an honest question. I don't,
Right. I understand. You're not familiar with our procedures.
Yes,
but
I don't
we're-
know, and you know, like I told you, I say, do I need a lawyer to these procedures? Do even regardless of or in between? What
Yeah,
you know? As I said, I have never been in this situation in my life. It's my first time. I'm not a thug or anything, so I
Right.
have no idea what is the procedure.
Well, as Detective Young stated, he read you your Miranda rights at the house, right?
Mhm.
And took a statement from you. It was kind of
Yeah, one of
informal
these machines. Yeah.
with one of these, right? During that time, he explained those rights. You understood them, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And now we're also telling you, as we sit here, that you're not under arrest.
Okay.
Okay. So that's why I was kind of starting to explain the whole thing about the movies and reading Miranda rights. Sometimes you read people their rights when they're under arrest, and sometimes you read them their rights even when they're not under arrest. if you were under arrest, you would have been in handcuffs and you would have been put in a patrol car and driven here in a patrol car, but you were driven here in my department assigned vehicle. So that's kind of the difference. You explained earlier that you were out last night with friends.
Yes.
One of those friends, unfortunately, ended up dead in your driveway today, and that you wanted to help us. So
Yes.
if you want to discuss it with us, that's what we want to do. We want to take it from the top. So it's my understanding that you want to discuss it with us. That's why you came in with us, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I told
Detective.
Detective John, I tell him everything
But
that I can.
I'll tell you what I want to do.
What do you wanna
I'm the lead detective on this. I wasn't present for the interview that you had with Detective Young. If you remember, I came in late.
Yes.
And it could be that I forgot to ask you something.
So
No, that's fine. But you know what I'm saying?
in addition to that, sometimes as time goes by, you start to remember little things. So we're going to start with way before this morning, as far as you finding Daniela on your driveway. We're going to start with way before that. I want to get a little bit of history on you and have a better understanding as who you are, and who she was, and what your relationship was with her. So.
Okay.
Yvonne may not be under arrest heading into this interrogation, but with police serving a search warrant at her house as they keep her occupied, they're hopeful that it won't be long until she's in cuffs. Unfortunately for them, they're going to have to listen to her ramble until that fateful time comes, and it's not for the weak.
I also want to start with, you're not working currently, correct?
That's correct.
But on a regular basis, you're going to a gym called Training for Warriors?
That's correct.
Is that the gym?
I guess that's the address. Yes, it's right behind the hospital.
That's right, okay. How long have you been going to that gym?
I would say, I want to say 6 months. I'm not sure, but yeah, maybe 5, 6, somewhere around there. Not more than 6 for sure.
What type of gym is it? Is it a CrossFit gym, or is it just your normal everyday, like a UFit, or what type of gym is it? It's a Training for Warriors. It's an unusual name, so is it?
No. No, it doesn't have to be anything but warriors. It's lifting weights, running. Basically, it's what it is. By lifting weights.
No boxing?
No boxing. No nothing. No.
Weight training? And
Weight training and running. That's the thing.
Okay.
Not CrossFit. I mean, they do the boot camps on the weekends that tires and stuff, but
Yeah.
that's about it.
Okay. And when you go there, do you have an appointment with the trainer, or you just show up whenever you want?
You wait. Well, I go to the 5 o'clock class, or used to go to 5 in the morning, and you go, you train, and you leave, and that's it.
Okay.
I mean,
So they're open.
you have a group. Yeah, you have a group. That normal people that either work or whatever. They go at 5 o'clock in the morning. Some will go at 6. So it keeps classes every hour on the hour. I think, and I guess, because I only go for the 5 o'clock in the morning. I used to go.
You
for
only
5
you
one. Yes.
5 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
And do the same kind of people go pretty much?
Much of it's the same amount of people.
How many people are in a class on an average?
Supposedly, on average, I would say maybe 10, 12, somewhere around there. So it depends on who wakes up in the morning, who goes with us, and it's give or take. You can have 4 people, you can have 10 people, you can have 20 people, no
Okay.
more than 30, I guess. 25, 30, yes.
Right. Are you friendly with the owners there? Do you know anybody by name or the trainers?
Yeah, I know the trainers, Austin, Nick, and Rick, that he is one of the either owners or son of the owner. But I don't deal with him. I don't.
Is that everybody at the gym? Is it kind of like a close-knit group? Everybody's pretty friendly with each other? I guess last night there was a social gathering with people from the gym.
Yes, from the gym.
So everybody's...
I mean, people that I didn't know, people that I, see like in and out.
Right. And somehow someone organized a gathering for everybody?
Yeah, it was.
Who organized it?
I think that was the owners or Rick, the son.
So either Nick...
No, not Nick. Rick.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Rick, do you know what Rick's last name is? By chance?
No.
No. But Rick's the owner, and he organized.
Well, at least one of the owners.
He organized a social gathering for
Yeah.
everybody at the gym. Almost all the members were invited, or everybody was invited.
Yeah, they put out something on Facebook or something that everybody, and then everybody decided who want to go, who doesn't want to go. And up till today, I regret going, but that's okay.
When did you receive the invite?
Oh, it was like I want to say like a week ago.
Okay.
I think it was a week ago, and I didn't, I put going, but normally I say go, and never go. But I tried to give it a try this time. And
So what time? What was everybody meeting at the Promenade at Coconut
yeah,
Creek, or at a movie theater?
supposedly, and I have a recording on my phone that, I asked him, say, hey, what time we're meeting, and if so, where we're gonna meet, what time we're gonna meet, and Austin sent me a text, said, okay, we're meeting at the lobby, not the lobby, the movies on the front, and Coconut Creek.
So Austin sent you a text yesterday early.
I boxed
evening?
him. I boxed him and asked him, and he answered me, and I said, okay, cool, fine. So he said we're gonna meet there at 7, and I was like, okay. So when I get there, he wasn't there. There was only a few ladies there.
How did you get there?
I Uber.
Okay. Do you own your own vehicle though?
Yes,
And why did you choose to Uber?
because one, it was Friday, and second, Promenade is a park, especially on Friday nights.
Okay.
It's you spend more time in
Fair enough. So you Ubered there by yourself? Or
yes.
Did you do Uber pool where you
No,
pool with
no,
people,
no,
or you
no.
did Uber X? And you rode on your own?
Uber X, I think it was.
Okay.
Yvonne is right. Most people at the gym were close-knit. However, she wasn't really included in that. People at the gym reportedly found her abrasive and aggressive, and she didn't usually take part in the monthly meetups at local venues. This time, however, she decided to, and you can see how well that went.
So while you were at the World of Beer, you were with Austin, as you mentioned, and you saw Rick, and you saw several
Nick,
people.
the wife, and everybody else that the in and out of
Okay.
the.
And Daniela Tavares, this is the person who's been identified, right?
Yes.
On your driveway, is deceased. Did you see her there last night?
Yes, she was there. She was at the World of Beers, and
Okay.
she was with a bunch of women, the husbands and stuff like that. And I was sitting there, and they were talking, and we were talking, and everybody was having a great time, back and forth.
Do you remember what she was wearing? Was it?
Oh God, no.
No, you don't recall what Danielle was wearing?
No, I didn't pay attention.
Okay.
That wasn't on my.
Because we're gonna look to spot her on a video there from World of Beer and
Okay.
see who was hanging around there. What were you wearing?
The only thing that I remember with her, because it was her hair. That when you go to the gym, you normally ponytail and stuff like that. So and then she had her hair down, and it's wavy and curly, like big waves. And yeah, that's that's the only thing I remember.
That's what you remember about her last.
Yeah.
The two of you did spend some time speaking with each other. Yes or no?
No. We were talking on the table, like like we were here now talking. Everybody was talking, so it wasn't like one-on-one conversation. It was.
But did you speak to her?
Oh yeah, I did.
I understand there was a guy that was trying to pick her up. or
Oh
something?
yeah, no, that was later. When we got out of because when we were inside. We finally got a table inside. There was 4 there. I sat down, and everybody was standing, around the table. And then one of the girls said, "Oh, why don't we go to the other group?" So we leave the table, and I told them, say, it's raining out there. Why don't we stay here, and then we bring the other people in, because it was starting. And then she's like, no, it's not gonna rain anymore. I say, okay, fine. So
Daniela said that.
No, I'm not talking about Daniela. I'm talking about the group. I'm not having a conversation with Daniela. We're talking about with the table. With the lady. So we move out, and then it started raining. And I was like, okay, now you were the weatherman, now it's raining. You're making fun and stuff like that. So we walked in. I went, I think no, I didn't. Did I go to the bathroom? I don't remember. Anyway, but he was there, and then this guy came, and I honestly cannot say what the conversation was or what I was doing. And with her,
Was he from the gym?
no, it was a guy, and stuff like that. And I remember what the conversation was, and and I saw that she was kind of uncomfortable type of, and then I came, and I say something, like like a mom. It's like she's my daughter, blah blah, or it was something along those lines. I don't remember exactly what it was, and he's like, yeah, right, whatever, It's like, like you're trying to show me off or something like that, and then we move. We keep going to basically the bar area, and we start and she's like, oh yeah, no, that was cool, and now you're my mom and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, if you need help, just let me know.
Okay.
Yeah, something on those lines, like
So
if
you're
you
kind of
want to shoot
running
the guy,
interference for her,
Yeah,
because she wasn't interested in the guy.
in the guy. So
Did he get the hint and leave, or did he kind of hover around for a while?
I honestly, I think that he hovered around a little bit. After that, I basically don't even remember even getting in the car.
And you were drinking that
Yes,
night, alcohol?
no, beer.
Well, beer.
Well, a lot of people say alcohol is like hard liquor
Okay.
now.
This might be a good time for me to show you a picture, see if you can identify anybody in it.
Oh my goodness, okay.
Let's see here. This one right here. Do you know who that is? Right there?
That's me.
That's you. Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's what I thought. And how about this female kind of behind you with the looks like
wavy,
dark
yeah,
wavy hair?
the wavy hair, that might be her.
You think that might be Daniela? Okay.
I think.
Really, Yvonne shouldn't have to think of this because in the surveillance footage, it's clear as day. Daniela is right in the center of the frame, fully visible as Yvonne, who is at the bar, speaks with her and flails around a bit, obviously intoxicated. The footage also shows the two walking out the door into the parking lot together at the end of the night, with Yvonne motioning for Daniela that it was time for them to go. What happened between the two? Well, we aren't going to hear the truth from Yvonne, but police are actively figuring it out, no matter how hard she tries to hide it.
Let me go back to that picture. How about this guy with the glasses?
That was the guy.
Is that the guy that was trying to talk?
That was the...
You think because he's talking to her and she's standing there, you think that might be Daniela?
Yes, because he was that was the guy. I do remember him. It was,
Okay.
I told you, I don't know if the last conversation I told you that the dark glasses.
Yes.
Sorry, you remember?
Beard, glasses
Yeah,
back there.
yeah, that
Okay.
was the one.
How about this blonde, long blonde hair?
That blonde is, she goes to the gym, and I was
She's
laughing.
a gym?
She goes to the gym and she was hitting on him.
Does
and
he
I
go
w-
to the gym?
Yeah, that's Nick. That's Nick's
Oh,
son.
that's Nick.
That's
Okay.
Nick's son. And I was laughing with him. I said, you had a big target on your back now, and all the women are hitting on you, blah blah blah. And I was just, having fun.
That's another female, right? Is that what that is? Or I don't know what that is. Anyway.
Maybe, let me see.
Is that a head? Is that long hair?
Weird.
I'm not sure what that is.
Whatever that is, I don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe that's a shoulder. That's a shoulder. Yeah, it looks more like a person this way.
I don't know. As you see, I was.
Okay. So that's Yvonne, and that's, we think, Daniela.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the guy that was interested in Daniela, we believe.
Okay.
Okay.
So
that white tank top is what you were wearing last night. Okay.
and the jeans.
Did you, the black tank top you were wearing when we were at your house earlier, I thought you had mentioned that you were wearing that last night.
No.
No?
No, I told you.
You told me the white from the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe maybe one of the patrolmen got it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how many beers did you drink?
I pay, if I give you one, I pay for two, that's three. And that's about what I report.
Drink?
Right.
What kind of beer was it?
It's called Lux something Kentucky.
It's an IPA,
No, it's not an IPA. Actually, it's a very smooth beer.
an amber ale.
It's something like that, yeah. It's light, it's not dark beer.
It's
really-
it's not very strong. 4 or 5%, the alcohol content?
I know, I think it was more than that.
More than that?
Mhm.
Okay. What type of person are you when it comes to drinking? I mean, you're a pretty experienced drinker, you drink on a regular basis, or
No.
are you the type that can't hold her alcohol, so to speak?
No, I think that, I mean, I can hold my alcohol.
Have you ever had an episode from alcohol to where you consumed so much alcohol that you blacked out?
Like, maybe once or twice.
Once or
But that
twice.
was like months back, years back.
Years back. So, since however many years back
Uh-huh.
to now, you've been consuming alcohol kind of regularly, socially on the weekends?
Not even socially on the weekends. It's just putting every weekend. That's too much. Maybe I'm talking about this very sporadic. It's like one weekend, one day, 2 weeks, 3 weeks go by. Another, weekend, or a month go by. Another weekend, something like that.
So, generally, if you were to drink at a Super Bowl party or a barbecue or something like that, 2 or 3 beers, you generally would handle your alcohol pretty well?
Oh yeah.
Detectives don't need a lie detector to tell them that's not the truth. According to Yvonne's neighbor, she had severe problems with alcohol addiction, so much so that everyone in the neighborhood tried to avoid her.
So, last night, you had 3 beers. One person bought a beer for you, and then you purchased 2 on your own.
Yeah.
So that's not like an unreasonable amount of alcohol to consume for you.
Then that's the thing. I don't want to lie to you. I'm just like, yes, but I don't. I think that's a lot. Maybe before that is the last thing I after talking with the dancer. After that, or maybe before that, because I don't know when the picture was taken. I honest to God, I don't remember even walking out, getting in the car, coming out. I don't remember.
From 3 beers, you don't remember shortly thereafter.
I don't know if
The time from that photograph.
Yeah, I don't know if they're shots. I don't know.
You don't know if they're what?
If there were somebody by shots, or I don't remember. The picture they sent me is like I was trying to hold something in.
Or like maybe you were laughing or something.
Oh,
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I see, and I don't.
Did you drink any shots?
No. Well, I don't want to say no, but for what I drink, until I remember, I didn't do shots. I didn't do anything.
You don't remember doing any shots?
No, I don't remember. Nothing.
As far as your relationship with Daniela, you liked her as a person?
Yeah, I have seen her at the gym. She's a nice, she was a nice girl. She, few times, we work out and stuff. We laugh, but it wasn't. I don't even. I saw her like 2 or 3 times in the gym. Then I saw her again last night, and we talk, and and I even say, I took her on my way. I was like, okay, I'm gonna be your mom. If you need help.
Last night you did that?
Yeah, and that's with the guy.
Did you ever do that in the past for her?
No, as I told you, I only have seen 2 or 3 times at the gym.
Does she have your phone number in her phone?
No, that I know. No.
Because her phone will tell us, and your phone will tell us that. You understand that?
Yeah,
right?
I understand.
Okay. What about email or
Nothing,
Facebook,
no.
messaging one each other on social media?
No.
Nothing.
Nothing of that nature.
Okay. So, sometime during the night, and you got to the movie was an hour and 39 minutes, and it started at 7:30. And by the time you walked over, he said you used the restroom in the movie. Sometime around 9:30, I would say.
Yeah,
would it
give
be
or
safe to
take.
say you got to World of Beer?
Yeah, I would say it was close to 10.
Closer to 10.
Yeah.
And you think you
Because the
remember it
lights-
up until about the time that picture was taken, which,
Yes.
as far as the
Yeah,
timeline
because
goes for
because
us.
I remember the guy, and I remember, you know, what happened with the guy and stuff like that, and the conversation that I have with her, that, you know, and I remember the reaction of the guy that he said, yeah, right, whatever, or something like that. He was, you know, kind of, because
Because he was rejected.
yeah, it's something like that, and that was it. I didn't think much about it. You know, and I was like, oh, you know, if you know, it's not my favorite story. If you need help, you know, let me know.
Oh.
I'm here. That
So-
was it. That was the only conversation that I had with her, in that sense.
With Daniela. Has Daniela ever been to your house?
No.
While Yvonne tries to play it off like she had 3 drinks total, at one point in the evening, witnesses claim to have seen Yvonne holding 3 drinks at once. She was reportedly so intoxicated that everyone from the gym actively tried to avoid her, including Daniela, who you will soon see only put up with Yvonne because she was so concerned for her safety. And sadly, you already know how Yvonne repaid her for that kindness.
Let's talk about how you got home then. Right.
I cannot tell you.
Um,
As I said,
Austin is a person from the gym, right? How good of friends are you with Austin?
as a trainer, I see him at the gym. You know, he is my trainer, or one of the trainers, so when I do something wrong, he corrects me, and that was it. But nothing special, extra curriculum, you know, nothing out of whack.
Okay, so as you know, we've been investigating this since this morning, since the time you dialed 911. One of the things that we're doing is we're interviewing other people that were there last night. So you're not the only person that's sitting in this situation. Okay, there are other people being interviewed. There are 5 of us that work homicide, and every single one of us is doing something right now. We've all got a task.
No, but it's funny because when you turn the corner, everybody was in that corner. Everybody from the gym was in the corner.
Okay. What I've got here is a text message from Daniela's phone, okay, talking to Austin.
Okay.
All right? We know for a fact that Daniela drove you home,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
You understand?
I mean,
right?
you know, it's obvious. It's just car is there, and you know.
Okay. Well, it says here, you got an Uber, ? Just got in. Okay, I was looking for you, but let me know when you get home. You got it. Where are you? I'm still here. I'm taking Yvonne home. So this is Daniela saying, I'm taking Yvonne home.
Okay.
This is at about 1:25. Okay? So you understand that, to our knowledge, you are the last person to see Yvonne alive. You understand that, right?
Yes, I understand.
So that's
Daniela.
why I'm to see Daniela, Yvonne, you're Yvonne.
Yeah.
See Daniela. That's why I'm stressing the importance of our interview here, and for you to reach back and remember as much as humanly possible. Okay. Are you aware of the Maplewood community that kind of butts up to your street there? You got that yellow house to your left, the yellow one that they just blacked out the driveway. You're facing your house, you get the yellow house, then you go a little further and there's a gate there, right?
Yes, yes.
Guard gate there.
Yeah.
There's a guard gate there. There's camera in that guard gate.
Okay.
Okay? So I want you to keep that in the back of your mind.
No,
Okay.
you know, I do not deny the fact that the car is in my driveway. I don't deny, you know, it's obviously, I don't remember getting into her car. I don't remember, you know, from there, the drive or anything. I don't remember getting anything of that. But due to the fact that it's in my house, I assume that, you know, I was there.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm not trying to say, you know, I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm honest to God, I'm telling you, I don't.
you don't remember coming home or how you
I
got
don't
home.
remember how
So-
I got home.
Do you have any way of, with your Ring doorbell, which we discussed earlier, that you delete, but...
You heard that right. Prior to interrogating Yvonne at the station, she revealed to detectives that she had deleted all of the footage from her Ring camera. Her reasoning? That it wasn't a big deal. It was just something she did every morning.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This morning, I think that I was still drunk. Everything was blurry. Everything was, the only thing that I remember is seeing her.
Well, how did you go out the front door? Did you go out the front door, the garage door, or the side garage door?
Honestly, I cannot tell you.
Yvonne, there are certain things that I'm going to ask that are simple, like ground ball, easy questions to answer, right?
That you've already given the answers to.
That you're correct. Okay, so keep in mind, I want you to establish credibility with me. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, I understand.
I know. I want to know that when I ask a question and you give me the answer, that's the correct answer. I don't, like I said earlier, I don't want to work too hard for the answer. So I know you said to Detective Young how you went out this morning. So how did you go out this morning? Front door, side garage door, or a large garage door?
I think that was the front door.
The front door.
I think that was the front door. Like I said.
What time do you think that was? Right before you dialed 911 and discovered it?
Yeah, it was right before that. It was like in, out, and I saw, the thing on the floor. Because I didn't know who, what, or what the person was. The hair, whatever, the blood in the head. I didn't recognize. I didn't know who, how I get to the house, so I didn't know who he was, and right away, I went. I don't know if if you ask me if I kneel, if I bend over, I cannot tell you. But I went and I touched
Where were you going? Where were you going? That you walked.
Normally because when in the mornings when I days off or something like that, or something like that happened that I don't remember, I tend to go either look to see what's going on.
But not normally. Don't tell us what you normally do or what you tend to do. Tell us where you were going this morning when you stepped out of your house. Where were you intending to go?
But
Why did you step out of your house?
You still feel drunk from the night before?
Yes. I honestly, I was... Okay, how can I put this without, you saying, credibility,
just want you to be honest.
Credibility or honesty. I want to say I was still drunk, and I want to say, honest to goodness, there was two things. Either I walk out of the house, or I walk up in the car, sitting on the passenger seat.
Of which car?
Of her car.
You think he might have awakened on the front seat of her passenger?
Yes.
Okay.
And I was sitting there, and I didn't know how I got there, but I saw the door open, and when those small cars, so you look out and you see.
So you walk.
And I run around and I tried to whatever, and then I pulled 911.
So now
that's a new memory that you have.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yvonne's original story was that she woke up in her bed as usual and then came out of the house to go to the gym at 5 a.m., like she did every morning. However, detectives at the scene quickly called this out as a lie, because when they arrived, Yvonne wasn't wearing workout clothes, she was wearing jeans. On the way to the station, somehow the lie you've just heard is the best alternative story she could come up with, and it only gets worse from here.
That you're like looking for
Well, we're looking for pieces of the puzzle to put them together.
Okay.
We're we're doing our job.
Okay.
Our job is to put all the pieces of the puzzle together.
And I
Okay.
We
understand.
want to
So-
find out the whole truth. And
Okay.
So now at this point, you're thinking, as we sit here, that you're remembering waking up in the front passenger seat of her
Yes,
car.
yes.
Okay. And when you woke up,
I woke up and I was like on a daze, not knowing, you know, how I got who the car was or whatever. I look to my left and I see the door open and I see somebody on the floor. I didn't know who it was. I didn't know what car it was. I didn't know anything. I opened the door. I went around. I don't know if I kneel. I don't know if what I did, you know, bend over or
So
whatever.
you-
And I went and I was like, you know, I touched and tried to, you know, move her or something. And then I saw that it was stiff. Oh, you know,
Okay.
hard. And then I called right away 911. It was like,
so-
that's,
Let's back up, and I want to make sure I understand exactly what you're saying. So, you're saying that you now remember waking up in the front passenger seat of Daniela's SUV, and that when you opened your eyes, you kind of didn't know how you got there,
yeah, I don't know.
and you didn't know whose car it was. And when you look over to your left, you see that the driver's door is open, right?
Yes.
And you can see at least some legs.
Yeah.
Like you can see that somebody is
Yeah,
laying out
it
on
was
the
a body
driveway.
on the floor that it was. I don't remember if it was the head. I don't remember if it was the legs. I don't remember if it was the arm. I just saw,
Okay.
you know, like a, you know, when you see a body, a blob there.
So you get out the passenger
I
door.
get out.
Do you go around the front of the vehicle?
I go around the front of the vehicle.
And you look and you can't tell. You're saying
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't tell who it was
Who it
because
was.
there was
Yeah.
too much blood and hair on the face.
Exactly.
But you checked for
Yeah,
signs
yeah,
of life,
Yeah.
and you felt like there was nothing.
Yeah, I you know, at that point I was like, okay, I'm still, you know, trying to put my pieces together, and then, you know, I was like, where's my phone? Where's my
So,
purse?
yeah.
I grabbed and I called right away.
So- Well, that's what I'm getting to because I don't want to leave any steps out. So after
Okay.
you touch her,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have your phone in your hand at that time.
Yes, I did.
You did-
That's
you-
what I called because
you-
I woke
Did
up.
you get out of the car with your purse and your phone?
No, but I have my phone.
Okay.
I got a clip
Where was
thing
your purse at this time?
in the car.
It was in the car.
In the car.
Okay, so that's a detail I want to make sure that we understand. So
Even
when
when it
you
was on the
open
floor,
door,
yeah, it was, you know, on the, you know, like on the floor, like
Yeah.
in between your legs or something.
okay, so
But I didn't think about purse. I didn't think about that.
that's why we're slowing everything down to make sure that we get every detail,
Uh-huh.
which is important. So when you get out of the car to go check on the driver,
Uh-huh.
you have your phone on your hip,
Uh-huh.
but you don't have your purse,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so when
I called right away.
you go around the
Yeah,
front,
yeah.
you
Go around.
look, you say, oh my God, you check,
Yeah.
and then do you go back inside of the vehicle?
Yeah, I got and I grabbed my purse and I got in the house after I called.
Okay,
So I was trying to you know, it's like, okay, what I can do.
so you went back in the house at that point.
I went
Which-
back in the house.
There is endless evidence that Yvonne went into the house that night, not that she woke up in the car. Something she seems to be forgetting is that while she deleted her Ring camera footage, she couldn't delete her neighbors. And what they captured will be impossible to deny.
Did you get any blood on your hands when you touched her? Her shirt was covered in blood.
I don't.
and it was still dark at this time.
Yeah, it was.
Right? This
Yeah,
was-
it was dark too.
because-
I mean, it was like 5
My-
something.
My app says that sunrise today was at 6:45 a.m.
Okay, so question for you then.
I don't even know what time was it, to be honest with you.
Earlier at your residence, you stated that you came out, you saw her, but now you're remembering
Yeah.
otherwise.
Yeah.
And that you dialed 911 and you stayed outside because you know the Coral Springs police have a good response time. So you remained outside waiting for Coral Springs police to respond. This is what you stated earlier. Do you remember
yeah,
that?
I do remember
So-
that.
So now,
And I remember, and you're going to tell me that I was lying and
That's not what I'm
going
gonna
to
tell you.
No, that's not
I-
Yvonne, look at me. That's not what I'm going to tell you. okay? And that's not where I'm going with this. Where I'm going with this is this. You're now remembering something in a different way, and you're also remembering that you went into the house after you saw Daniela on the ground, dead, right?
Uh-huh.
Why did you go into the house? What did you do when you went into the house?
I went to put my purse, to take my, it was like, okay, I want to put my purse in the house. And then I walked right, it's like, okay, I'm going to open the door. I want to see,
Open the front.
the motives that I had to work in, I cannot tell you what the motives are. It was instinct. It was like you walk into the house. It's just like I'm gonna put my purse.
You put your purse down in the house?
Yeah, I think that I went to the room. I took my shoes off. I put my purse down, and I walked out. And then, that was. I think that was the only thing I did, if I don't remember.
And then, how long were you in the house before you got out?
It was, no. I called 911.
So you're saying while you were in the house doing?
No. I walk up in the car. Okay, I opened the door. So I look. I saw the body. I opened the door. I walk around. I touch her. I called right away. It was like one after the other. I did not go into the house and call 911. I did not. The 911 was placed right at the moment that I,
Did you stay on the phone with the 911 caller until the police responded? We could find that out if we need to.
Find out.
Okay.
I don't remember. I really
So
don't.
here's my question, and this is an important one. Okay, you're wearing a white tank top last night. You looked at a photograph displayed to you by Detective
Yes.
Young from World of Beer last night. You're wearing a white tank top and jeans, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, when the police get there today, you're wearing a black tank top.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Where's your white tank top?
I put them in the washer, and the reason that I put them in the washer was because I think it wasn't like when you have your hands or something that you touch, like it was and it was a white tank top, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna throw it in the washer.
Well, you said that you didn't remember if you had touched anything.
I don't remember touching
In the car,
anything
but you
in
touched
the
her
car.
chest.
I
And
don't
I asked you
remember.
if you got blood on your hands, and you said you didn't know.
The only thing that I remember is that I had I don't know if it was in the moment or something that I went like this, and I remember when I went in, and I put my purse down, and I look, and I was like, oh, I have not red blood stains, but it's like when you touch something and then you go like this or something.
Okay.
And it was there, and it's just a white tank top. I was like, okay, I'm gonna throw it.
Okay, so
now that you're questioning me about it, I mean, I know how it looks.
So, we have confirmation that Yvonne is smart enough to realize that it absolutely looks like she murdered Daniela, but she's still stupid enough to think that her story makes any sense whatsoever.
what you're telling me is while you're on the phone, because you immediately called when you saw her on the driveway, and I know for a fact that you stayed on the phone with the 911 caller until we got there. So somehow, while you were on the phone, okay, this is where you're going to lose me. You managed to go into the house, put your purse down, take off your shirt, put it in the washing machine, wash your shirt, and put a black tank top on.
If not exactly, I'm that.
In 7 minutes. In 7 minutes.
While still talking on the phone the whole time.
And your tank top is where right now?
It's in the.
We know where it is.
In the laundry.
In the washer or the dryer?
Neither.
Where is it?
It's hanging.
Correct.
But
So-
it went through the washing machine.
Oh no, I pulled it out later.
Okay.
When I think that you guys
Okay.
were still there, or
Yvonne-
right before,
Yvonne.
something like that.
Yvonne, it takes time, much more than 7 minutes, for clothing to cycle. Okay? It doesn't take 7 minutes to put detergent into a washing machine while you're on the phone with a 911 dispatcher. Take your shirt off, change, put a new shirt on, run your shirt through a
No,
cycle,
because-
get all the blood out, take the shirt out, and then hang
No,
it.
no, don't take all the blood out. I'm telling you, it was not even, I mean, it wasn't even, it was, when you, like, when you,
Yeah, but how long does it take your washing machine to cycle a load of laundry?
God, I don't know, that it depends, hour and 20 minutes or something like that.
Okay,
But now,
so your white tank top was washed in your washing machine.
yes.
Okay, so
And
that
it was there, it
cycle,
wasn't even a dryer, I
That's
just
right,
pull it
that-
out and put it out.
that washing
But-
machine takes quite a long time.
I got you, and I understand
So
that.
we have to
I
account for that time.
No, I put him there, and I think that I was running when the guys were out and stuff, and then when you guys, I think you were there for a little bit before, or during the girl came in. It was already done because I think it was a quick wash. It wasn't even like nothing because I wanted to get doesn't get the stains in. Or these things, because it's white tanned up.
I don't know about you, but if I had just woken up in a car next to a dead woman, I don't think I'd be worried about getting stains out of my tank top. Well, unless it was clear evidence that I murdered her, that is.
Let's go back to the video camera in the community next to you.
Okay.
All right? Video cameras, motion activated, right?
I guess, I don't know.
So video camera's got the car pulling into the driveway, and no other car coming and no other car going.
Okay.
Okay? Now, I already know at this point in time that you're lying in some ways. Because, and I'll tell you why, I know that you didn't spend the entire night in that car.
I didn't?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
So you're sitting here and you're saying that you're remembering waking up in the car this morning, but I know that that's not accurate.
Okay.
Okay?
Then what did I do? Because I don't,
I want you to tell me what you do.
I honestly, I don't, if I don't, I mean, I cannot make stuff up. I
You've
don't
got
remember.
4 children,
I do.
2 of them in Afghanistan.
Yes.
Your worst nightmare is getting a phone call saying that one of them was
And I
killed.
understand.
Correct?
I understand.
Okay?
Okay? I understand that. Okay?
Mhm.
And I cannot tell you. You said that you know. Well, if you know, you tell me because I don't know.
Well,
You said that I didn't spend the car. You didn't say I don't.
let me go back to this car here.
Please tell me.
Okay?
Because I need to leave it myself.
You remember what time you got home?
No, I don't even remember getting in the car.
I believe it was a little bit after 2. Okay? And shortly after that, lights come on inside the car. Okay? Why does a dome light come on inside of a car?
Door open.
Right. Don't you think that that's important? You were the only 2 people in the car. There's nobody else in the car.
Okay.
You go to the shooting range, right?
Yeah, but that's
So you're pretty familiar with the guns.
yes.
And when you go to the shooting range, you wear headphones, right? On account of the sound,
Yeah,
because it's very,
yeah,
very loud,
yeah.
right? Now, with only 3 beers in you, which is not a lot, you said earlier in the interview that you can handle your alcohol well. With only 3 beers in you, does it sound conceivable that you were so intoxicated that you wouldn't hear a gunshot go off inside of a vehicle without your protection? Does that sound possible to you?
So you're trying to tell me that I shoot her?
I'm not telling you anything. I'm asking you questions.
I cannot
I'm
answer.
asking you questions.
Honestly,
I want to know how I can explain to Daniela's mother that this woman here who cares about her, right? Who acts motherly towards her at the bar, gets a ride home from her because she's intoxicated, and then initially tells us that you were inside, walked out and found Daniela. Now changed it to you fell asleep.
I knew that was going to come.
I'm asking you, how am I supposed to make sense of this at this point?
Like I told him, and I told you, I do not remember. I do not. You just said that. I do not remember.
Have you ever seen a dead body?
No.
Okay. Was it pretty traumatizing for you?
Yeah, I guess.
Can it? Let's be reasonable here. Is there anything worse that you've ever seen in your life other than what you saw today? Have you ever seen anything worse than that?
No. And for me, the thought that you telling me, okay, and I don't remember that I did something. It just.
So
I cannot conceive it.
Here's where I'm going with this. Considering you've never seen anything worse, yes or no?
No.
You have had the presence of mind after seeing what you saw, and going in through the front door, when your ring doorbell is motion activated, you had the presence of mind to delete your Ring doorbell footage and go in and wash your shirt. Do you understand?
I know how
this looks?
I know.
So it's time.
I know how it looks.
We're here an hour now. Now it's time to stop. It's time to stop, and it's time to move to the next phase of this interview here.
Okay.
Okay. That depends on you. Okay. You know, ballistics, things like that. All these things are going to come into play.
I know.
Okay.
I got it.
So you understand what I'm saying here?
I understand what you're saying. I got it.
Spoiler alert, Yvonne does not get it. Because despite detectives showing that they clearly have all the evidence they need to put her behind bars, she continues to lie to their faces.
Was it an accident? Tell us how it happened.
I don't know.
Because nobody can believe that you wake up next to a person who's been shot to death inside of a vehicle and the shot doesn't wake you up unless you're already awake. Do you understand? Do you understand the big common sense problem with that situation?
I understand,
Okay.
but at the same time, it's, I understand what you're saying, and I comprehend, all the
Right.
all the legalities, the ban and the stuff like that.
Right. There's no way you can be drunk enough not to be awakened by a gunshot inside of a vehicle. So there has to be some kind of a better explanation of how this happened, other than you meant to do it, or it was an accident.
God,
Like Detective Randazzo said, we are now an hour into this. It is now time to move into the next phase.
Okay. Okay. How can I say this? Okay. You want me to confess something that I don't know. You try to make me confess something that I don't remember. Honest to goodness, I don't. Either a loud shot, gunshot, whatever. And for the life of me, just now that you're telling me,
We can tell by how cold her body feels how long she's been there.
I
Okay.
understand.
So we know that this was a lot sooner than this morning at 5:55 when you dialed 911. This was enough time for you to wash your shirt, for you to.
Now, my question
There's
is
no
this.
blood on your doorknob. There's no blood in your house. You had to have cleaned up.
No.
You
No,
touched
that-
your bloody body, and enough to get blood on your hands to have to wash your shirt. There had to be blood inside your house on the doorknob, on the
My
faucet
question
handles.
is this: why would I do that.
Well, there's a lot of reasons why accidents happen. You know,
and
especially when
I
you're
was
drinking.
and I was honest with you about that nightmare as a mother, and I cannot conceive. I honestly, I know,
More accidents happen with alcohol involved, you know.
and I cannot even believe in myself if it's true what you're saying. And I'm not being hypocrite. I'm not being trying to hide anything. I really don't.
Well, I'm sure you watch movies, television, CSI movies, detective movies, things like that. One of the things most people would know is hey, if I lean down and I touch someone because I want to check for vitals, or maybe I'm going to do CPR, see if they're alive or dead, I get blood on my clothing or blood someplace. To be completely honest with the detectives and the patrolmen when they get there and tell them, hey, I just want you to know I got blood on me. I don't have anything to hide. I didn't kill this person. I've got blood on my shirt. But you elected to go into the laundry room and wash one shirt and one towel. I can only assume is the towel that you wiped
No, the towel was
blood
in the
off
wash.
with. That's neither here nor there. The point is the average innocent, law-abiding citizen doesn't think of things such as, let me delete ring, let me wash the blood off of this tank top.
So you're trying to tell me that it was deliberate and I make all this just because...
It could have been accidental.
Yeah, but you're trying to tell me it was accidental or was intentional or was whatever, and I cannot give you an answer because I don't know. Either I black out, I don't remember, I pass up. I don't know, and I don't know how to communicate this to you guys.
What's going to happen when the ballistics come back and the bullet matches up to your gun? This is your chance to give us that explanation now. This chance won't come around again.
Okay.
So then what happens when
Okay.
in an hour from now,
If the ballistics come,
what
okay.
happens?
I will sustain the same thing I'm telling you because I'm not lying to you, okay? If it was an accident, if it was that if according to you, if it was intentional, I cannot.
Nothing is
tell
according
you.
to me. It's according to you.
No.
Okay? You were there. We weren't there. If it was an accident, this is your chance to tell us because we're going to find out very soon.
I know.
And it's not, there's not much of a science to it. Okay? There's striation patterns inside the shell casing. We got the shell casing. Okay? The shell casing is on the floorboard in the car. We have it.
Okay.
That's the truth.
Okay.
The shell casing is a 9mm.
And we're not
Okay.
only going to look in your house. We're searching the
So-
canal behind your house and everywhere.
Okay. No, that's
So-
fine. You can search
so
anywhere.
listen. It's over. It's over.
I understand
Okay.
that it's over.
It-
and
You understand where I'm going with this?
I know that I'm gonna get arrested, and I'm gonna.
The bullet's going to match up to your gun, isn't it?
If you said so,
I'm asking you. Is the bullet going to match up to your gun?
I don't know.
You're the only one who could possibly know the answer to that question.
I
I don't think
If-
you
if-
want to admit because you think by admitting what you really know, that we're going to think you're a horrible, horrible person. Accidents happen.
Listen,
Look.
I am not thinking about I'm a horrible person or whatever. I really, honest to goodness, I
Yvonne,
don't remember. And what
Yvonne.
you want me to say? It was an accident.
The-
It wasn't. What do you want me to say?
The gun
Is
is
it
already
not true?
going to the lab.
Okay.
The VSO lab. The
Okay.
shell is going to the lab.
I understand.
Okay.
I understand.
It's a 9mm bullet.
Yes.
It's going to match up to your gun.
I understand.
This is your chance to give us an explanation as to how that matches up
Yeah,
to
and
your
if I
gun.
don't have an
How did the
explanation-
gun go off? What happened?
If I don't have an explanation because I don't remember, how do you pretend me to elaborate on something that I
I don't
It's
want you
not
to
that I-
pretend.
it's not that if I would say I shot her, I cannot tell you if I did. I don't remember if I didn't. I don't remember if I don't know if it's gonna match or if it's not gonna match. Believe me, please.
You understand
And
the process.
I understand the whole thing, and I might yeah, I got it. But I don't know how to tell you. I do not remember. And you said that, the shirt, the this, the clean, the that. I don't remember.
But you remember washing the shirt. You remember washing the shirt. You remember erasing the Ring doorbell. You remember erasing the Ring doorbell. You told Dave.
Yes,
right?
That's
okay.
what I do. It's
but
just a normal thing.
You know what? And I understand that to a degree. There are people who are deleters. They delete, they like their inbox clean, they like their email clean. But not when you find a dead woman. When you see the most horrible thing you've ever seen in your life. You don't have the presence of mind to think, oh my God, this poor girl with her whole life ahead of her, 21 years old, is dead. But every day I delete my Ring. So I stick to my same routine. You don't stick to your same routine when you experience what you experienced. Whatever happened, I'm trying to wrap my head around why it happened. Okay, if you were with her and you were motherly to her and you were protecting her from this stranger, how does she wind up dead?
In reality, the person who was acting motherly was Daniela. According to witnesses, throughout the night, Yvonne continued to approach Daniela, who tried to distance herself from her. At one point, Yvonne sat outside and told Daniela to meet her there. When Daniela didn't, she stormed back into the bar and yelled, asking what was wrong with her, because she was waiting. Needless to say, Daniela wasn't feeling warm and fuzzy towards Yvonne. She could, however, tell that she was incredibly intoxicated, and being a kind person, decided that if anyone was going to get her home safely, it should be her. As detectives continue to question Yvonne, another detective reviews footage from the bar. After allegedly discovering footage of Yvonne being, shall we say, handsy with Daniela, he enters the interrogation room with an accusation, one that Yvonne does not take kindly to.
I understand and comprehend where you guys coming from, but at the same time, I'm being honest. I don't.
No. Don't say you're being honest.
When I'm saying that
I don't want you to say you're being honest.
Okay.
Right? Because you've been consistently not been honest.
Okay.
So don't say you're being honest.
Okay.
Okay. So the last thing you remember is talking about getting an Uber.
Yes, and it was at the bar.
Mm-hmm. Remember holding hands with Danielle?
No.
Really? You don't remember
No, I don't know.
holding hands, kissing?
No.
You don't remember any of that?
No.
Making out?
No.
You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah.
But if you can't remember what happened, then why are you looking at me like that would never happen?
Because I don't remember, and I wouldn't think that would happen.
Why? Why not? You're lonely, she's lonely. Happens all the time. So explain to me why that's so shocking.
Well, it's shocking for me because I don't, well.
What?
I don't swim that way.
Why?
Well, because I don't. I mean, it's just, everybody, somebody likes granolas and somebody likes other things. I mean, that's...
I mean, it looks very clear to me what happened. Doesn't it look very clear to you what happened? You don't think it's clear?
It's clear that, she's dead.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's clear. And it's clear that she got shot in the head, right? With your gun. It's clear. So tell me, when you sit next to somebody that shoots somebody in the head, what is that? What is it? It's not a trick question. It's murder.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, right? So two people come home from a bar together and one of them gets shot in the head. Tell me, what is that?
Just more, what are you saying? More murder.
Yeah. So this isn't rocket science.
I understand.
You do? You do? You understand?
Yes, I do.
So you leave with a girl and she takes you home and you stay in the car with her for 5 minutes and she ends up with a bullet in her head, the bullet that came from your gun, and then you go inside and spend 3 hours cleaning up, and then you call us, and then you lie to us for hours, and you think it's okay?
I don't say that it's okay, and I don't, you guys insist that I'm lying.
No. It's not insisting. It is what it is. It is. You lied. So it isn't insisting anything. It isn't us making up stories. This is all about you. You left a bar with a girl that you were having a great time with. It isn't like you had some heated, horrible, violent relationship with this person. This isn't something that has been going on and festering, and we've been to your house with domestics and arrests. No, this is, you meet a girl pretty much for the first time, casually, and you meet up with them, and then you go home, and you bring her home to your house. That's what happens. And then you spend 5 minutes in the car together, and then she ends up with a bullet in her head. So just riddle me that. Explain it to me. That's all. It's not hard. It's not complicated. But that's the facts.
The most shocking moment of this interrogation isn't the alleged flirtation between the perpetrator and the victim, it's the fact that finally, after nearly 3 hours, Yvonne finally shuts up and has nothing to say. It is worth noting that there is no mention of Yvonne and Daniela kissing, aside from the interrogation, and no witnesses have reported that the two had a romantic connection. However, it has been stated by multiple sources that Yvonne had made moves on several people that night, including grabbing strangers sexually against their will. Despite these allegations and the knowledge that there is footage of when the shooting happened, Yvonne continues to dig herself a deeper hole. Denial ain't just a river in Egypt, folks.
All we want from you is the truth. And I know that Daniela's mother would like to know what happened to her precious daughter.
You owe that to
I
her.
know that I owe it. If I did it, if I remember,
If you didn't do it, then who did it? Who? Who? If it's not you, then who is it? Who? Who else could do it?
I was there. My God, and actually, I cannot tell you what you want me to say.
You were there and you what?
No, I said I was there in the car,
When the gun went off.
and
When the gun went off, you were there in the car.
Listen, okay, if I could give you details, I would. And I know that Daniela's mother needs an explanation, because me as a mother would love to have that too, and the closure, okay? But I cannot elaborate.
Put yourself in her shoes, right? I'm coming to you, Danielle's mother, and I'm going to tell you, Mrs. DeBarris, first of all, we had to make a death notification to her this morning. My partner had to do it, which is horrible in itself. Okay, which is a nightmare. Now the next thing is we're going to speak to her again, and we're going to hopefully have explanation as to what happened to her daughter, because she's in the worst place in the world right now, sitting there in her house, hysterical, wanting to know why someone would harm someone so innocent and young with her whole future ahead of her, like Daniela, right? Now, the only thing we can do for her now at this point, we can't do anything to ever. She's gonna be sad until she dies. Let's face it. She's gonna be sad until she dies. The only thing we can give her is explanation. And if there are 12 rounds, not 13, when the bullet matches up to your gun,
Jessica Jenkins, Daniel Chin, or one other.
when that happens, we're going to be able to give her that answer. We're going to say, well, we got the gun, belongs to Yvonne. She was the only one in the car with her. We got her on video. She had blood on her. She washed her shirt. She wiped her Ring doorbell clean.
Altered the crime
She
scene.
changed. She called us. Then we sat down with her in the interrogation room, and then she's going to lean forward and she's going to say, "Well, detective, what did she say?" And then I'm going to say to her, "She didn't say anything. All she said was she doesn't remember." And if my gun was the gun that killed Daniela, I'll have to face the consequences. So her mother's going to say to me, "Well, so she's kind of admitting that she knows her gun is the one that was used to kill my daughter?" Yeah. So then why doesn't she tell you what happened? How do I answer that question? How do I tell her?
Listen.
How do I tell her? I'm listening.
You know, you want me to admit to something that my brain haven't registered. Now, why it happened and how it happened, I cannot.
Why can't you?
You don't like to hear it, do you?
Why can't
Because
you?
my brain didn't register the fact
That you're going off?
I don't remember.
Ultimately, despite Yvonne's continued claims of not remembering, she was sentenced to life in prison for the second-degree murder of Daniela Tabarez. In an emotional statement at the trial, Daniela's mother told the court, "The day this woman took my daughter's life, she took my life with her because she was my all." Daniela is mourned by all who knew her as a kind soul who welcomed anyone into her life as family. Sadly, to this day, Yvonne has refused to disclose what actually happened the night of her death. Thank you for watching today's video. Whether you're new here or have been with us for a while, check out one of the craziest cases I've ever covered right here, or one of my newest uploads right here.